Boom, monkeys. Welcome back to the Crypto Boogie channel. We got a fire ass stream today. We've got some memes. And yes, sir, Mr. Smooth Brain, we do have an incoming frag. This one's off the freaking chain. Shout out to my first moon ganger in the chat, none other than Centurion 54X. What's popping, Boogie? You know what's funny, Centurion? There's a company out there, bro, that actually makes Centurion rails for AR-15s. I don't know if that's where you got the name for your freaking the title of your YouTube channel, but those fucking rail systems are off the fucking chain, dude. We got my amigo here, large and in charge. Cubole Boogie. Hey, what's popping, homie? What is popping, man? And he says, smash the like button, subscribe, leave a comment on the chat. He is correct. Make sure you monkeys do that. Like this video. I see approximately 8 people viewing this video. I would like to see at least minimal 8 likes immediately off the bat with 8 more subscribers. That would be great. And then we got my amigo here. Let's go, Brandowski. Yo, what's popping, man? What's popping? Coins we're going to cover today, cats. Of course, we have to cover Pulse Chain. We have to see how Pulse Chain's going. We also have to cover freaking ETH. And we're going to hit up ETH a little bit because I personally think I'm under the belief that once ETH pumps, then you're going to see Pulse Chain rally with it. Of course, you guys have seen what's going on with 9inch and freaking Big Bonus Coin, or other known as BBC. You know what I'm saying? And yesterday, I was driving to work and I saw the video that BitBoy did with Hexy Bastard, and I was intrigued. I'm like, dude, you know what, man? Let me do a little review on freaking doggone Big Bonus Coin and freaking 9inch. From my understanding, Big Bonus Coin is supposed to be the copy of Incentive Token. I also want to hit up Pulse Chain, some ink, and a little bit of Illuvium, cats. If we have time, maybe we'll hit up freaking we'll hit up a little bit of Phantom, see what's going on. I'm saying. All right, let's go over the memes, man. These memes are gonna be freaking fire. Let me verify everything's correct over there. Boom, we got it, son. We got it. Let's go over the memes, homie. Look at this shit, dude. Look who appeared in the chat. This monkey is always talking about dong. Freaking DCC, man. Shout out to you, homie. Shout out to you, bro. Dude, when are you gonna do another stream, man? When does the next crypto mindset drop? You know what I'm saying? And then we got my other amigo here, El Carnalito, the dollar cost crypto, freaking Kylo Trend. What's up, Boogie? Yeah, that shit funny, huh? All right, cats, let's go over the freaking memes. Let's see what the memes entail, son. Vamos a ver aquí. Vamos a ver qué dicen los memes, vato. All right. When you wanted a traditional Latina girlfriend, but it's 2024, man. That's why I've been saying, dude, you got to migrate over to Mexico, bro, or maybe freaking Colombia, or maybe for you cats that like fucking DR, that's also a great place. But let's see what this entails. Dude, I don't know what it is about freaking that lucha libre freaking or a nacho libre freaking theme, bro. That shit always fucking cracks me up, son. All right, let's go on to the next meme, son. And dude, I can relate to this shit, man. Being a Gen Xer, bro, back in the day, bro, freaking at HEB or at El Foy's, freaking the grocery fucking store, the supermarket and shit, dude. My mother and my father would light me the frick up, dude, in the middle of the aisle in front of everybody back in freaking 86, 87, man. They didn't give a shit. This is something common that I would see all the time, bro. And my friends of my similar age had the same experience. DCC, Kylo, what about you cats, man? What was your experience like? Freaking large and in charge, smooth brain. Tell us about your experiences growing up. Did this ever happen to you cats?
Look at the fuck! Ah! Ah! God! Look at the fuck! Ah! Ah! God! Look at,
dude, I would get lit the frick up by my freaking parents when I was growing up, bro. No mercy, dog. No freaking mercy, dude. Parents were fucking so mean back in the day, dude. I would get my ass lit the fuck up royally, dude. freaking royal. It didn't matter where I was at, dude. The only place I would not get lit up was at church. And I used to be Catholic. And mind you, ain't nothing wrong with Catholics and stuff. They're Christians too, man. But dude, it was only the church, bro, where I would not get my ass kicked, bro. They would wait to take me to the car, bro, and light me the frick up, dude. Oh my goodness, dude. I think I still have scars from that shit, bro. Believe it or not, man. And then the fucking DCC ass whooping. Yeah, dude. Hey, what's up, fucking Brown? How you doing, man? Hey, dude, what, you streaming now or what, Brown? What's the deal with you, cat? I saw you on DJ Roundtable. You gonna start up your own channel or what? That'd be freaking dope, man. And then a fucking smooth brain here goes, oh hell yeah. And my mom had mitts like a bricklayer, bro. When mom gave me the don't embarrass me in public, and she goes to yeah, dude, we would get lit the frick up, man. And that was just one thing about being a Gen Xer, bro. And like earlier millennials or fucking older millennials, bro, dude, we would get lit the fuck up, bro. And I'm sure freaking boomers and stuff too. They would even have it worse, bro. I remember my dad, dude. My dad, he told me a story one time, bro, that he did something. My grandfather didn't want him to do something, bro. And what my grandfather did, he grabbed like a bunch of little pebbles, bunch of little stones, bro, threw them on the freaking porch. Freaking told him, kneel on those. And then he made him like hold out freaking a book in each hand, bro. You know what I'm saying? For hours on end. Of course, dude, you can't hold up those books forever, dude. And dude, anytime you drop those books, bro, you get lit the frick up royally, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was going to public schools, bro, teachers would still freaking hit you with a paddle and shit like that, man. And I guess that's one of the reasons we didn't talk back to our teachers like the newer generations do. The newer generations don't really freaking don't freaking like paddle their kids and stuff like that. But mind you, in the state of Texas, believe it or not, in the state of Texas, as per Texas Penal Code, the guardians or people that are in charge of your child, like teachers, are still justified in paddling them and stuff like that. But school policy doesn't permit it, even though the Texas Penal Code does. Crazy, right? Kylo Trent, Gen Z, first Gen still got beat, just not as much. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Oh my God, had to kneel on rice. Yeah, dude. You guys know what I'm freaking talking about, bro. I should ask Twinkie what happened to him, bro, as far as growing up goes, dude. Because, dude, yeah, dude. You think us Mexicans had it bad, bro? Dude, wait till you go to the Asian countries, homie. Dude, no mercy in the Asian countries, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we got 49 people in the freaking in the chat, bro. Give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel, homies. Let's go on to the first coin of the day, which is boring ass Bitcoin. But I promise I will not keep this shit boring for you cats. I'll try to make it as entertaining as possible. But we do have to see how BTC is doing because that entails which way the market is going. All right. This is what I got on BTC, man. Current value is approximately 66,452, bro. And you're seeing that we're running to the upside. What was weird about this shit was that we had this ascending triangle over here at the last time we were in that ascending triangle was April 12th, bro. And then the following day on April freaking 13th, we dipped over here into this box of support we do have. And what ended up happening is we ended up printing another freaking ascending triangle. Now, the first one didn't work. My question is, will the second one work? Now, Charlie has made a good point, and his point is pretty damn relevant, that we do have some weakness on the weekly. And if you see these candles over here, let me zoom into these suckers. There's not a lot of support there till we come back down here to about 52,000. So I could see both sides of the argument here, man. And I've got I'm not perfectly sure which way the market's going to go. We may end up dipping. We may end up pumping, bro. But we do have this entire box of support. And these candles we did print on these days right here, which was on Wednesday, April 17th and the 18th, plus the candles we have over here from February 29th all the way to about March 4th are all areas of support. And it seems we're bouncing within these freaking ranges and shit here. So it may mean that we're going to start rallying to the upside. Now, mind you, I'll show you guys on the weekly where the contrarian view is on this, but let's finish up the daily. On the EMA ribbon, guess what? We've already claimed our support area. So the EMA ribbon squeezed up a little bit and we popped above it. Now we're using it as support. So my question is, are we going to continue oscillating sideways before we go to the upside? Or are we going to end up dipping back down here for about 52,000 for the next crypto mindset course? Now, let's look at the daily, monkeys. Let's see where we're at right now. We're approximately at day 34 of the 60-day cycle. And you could see that around day freaking 30, we ended up dipping pretty damn hard. And the dip was larger than the original freaking ending of the last cycle, which was on March 20th. And now it seems that we're starting to recover to the upside. And we're ascending out of this ascending triangle, going back into the former ascending triangle we were at, which means that we may end up rallying. Now, let's check this sucker out on the weekly, man, so we can see Charlie's point of view as well. You know what I'm saying? And I've mentioned this to you cats before, that sometimes the best thing you can do, bro, when you're uncertain which way the market is going to go, dude, just do your weekly DCA. Or if you don't weekly DCA and your main thing is dynamic DCA, why not just change up the system for a little while and do a weekly DCA, because you have no idea which way the market is going. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you cats what I am seeing on the weekly here. And Charlie does make a pretty damn good point. And if you guys don't know which Charlie I'm talking about Cultivate Crypto. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Now, this is it on the weekly. Let me turn this sucker off. And you could see that we don't have a lot of support here on the weekly, and it seems rather weak, but on the daily, it does seem that we do have a lot of support. Next area to fall down to, because of this giant fucking two candles we'd had here, the bullish engulfing candles, is down here to 52. So Charlie does make a good point. If we don't compromise this area of about 73,610, we could end up falling back down here to about 44,453, or possibly over here at about 52,000. And mind you, the big area of support is down here at 44. The minor area of support is about here at about 52. And we do have a little bit of support over here as well. Now let's activate the VRVP. And you guys can tell right here, the longer the bar on this sucker, the more support we have. The shorter the bar, the less support we have. And the strongest area of support that I am seeing on this sucker on the weekly is approximately here at about $45,000. The area where we could go down to is approximately here at about $51,000. And that bar is not as long as this bar over here at about 48,413. So I'm getting data on both sides, dude. On the daily, I'm getting two ascending triangles. On the weekly, I'm getting some weakness the way Charlie is stating it is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know which way the market's going to go. So what I revert to, as mentioned before, I go ahead and I DCA weekly instead of doing dynamic DCAing, just to keep my things on the safe side. You know what I'm saying? To keep my freaking coins on the safe side. Now, I've heard cats tell me before, or amigos of mine tell me before, hey, bro, like, dude, what should I do, bro? Should I sell my Bitcoin? Or should I sell my altcoins since Bitcoin's going to dip? And I tell them, look, man, this is not financial advice, bro. But sometimes the best thing you can do is just hold on to your crypto, bro, and just ride the wave down. Because you have no idea if we're going to end up pumping or we're going to end up dumping. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, Iran and Israel are still in conflict. So we may end up getting more FUD from that shit. You know what I'm saying? And freaking shit's going to end up freaking dumping again. So, hey, dude, we don't know which way we're going to go. So I would just stick to the freaking weekly DCA, because that's a safer way of doing things. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm somebody that's already packed my bags for freaking this next coming bull run. I bought the bottom like the rest of the people in the crypto mindset course. And so I really don't need to risk as much. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I would stick to the weekly DCA. If you cats are not practicing that, you may want to start practicing it temporarily so you can just stay on the safe side of things. You know what I'm saying? All right, monkeys, let's go over to another Bitcoin chart that I want to show you freaking cats. Let me see right here. Now, this is just a Bitcoin chart that I drew up, and I was checking out Ivan on Tech, and Ivan on Tech also had an ascending triangle on the weekly, and you guys can see it here, but it's not as strong as what I'm seeing as per what Charlie said. Again, this reinforces what I stated, not to be redundant about just DCAing weekly. That's probably the best route to go, man, in my opinion, if you're trying to fucking play it safe. You know what I'm saying? All right. let's go over to a little bit of ETH. Let's see what ETH is entailing. Boom. ETH's current value is at approximately 32,000 or 32,000. That'd be really nice, right? 3,218. Now, I would expect to see Pulse Chain start pumping a little bit more when we start compromising these two areas here of about 33,000 or about 3,394 or about 3651. I would expect Pulse Chain to start doing really well once we compromise this high of about 4,055, in my opinion. Now, this is on the daily, and as far as the 60-day cycles goes on this bad boy, we're at approximately day 34. Now, in order for us to have a decent breakout utilizing the Williams trading stops, I would need to see us compromise this yellow line right over here. So once we compromise that yellow line, we may end up having a breakout, and then we'll compromise this area over here of about 40,000 or about 4,053. If we activate our EMA ribbon on this bad boy, we are slightly under, again, slightly under the EMA ribbon. So Bitcoin is above the EMA ribbon, which is bullish, but ETH is under the EMA ribbon. So I'm assuming if I was to look at the Bitcoin dominance chart, bro, you'd see Bitcoin really strong versus Ethereum, if anything. Know what I mean? And in order for Ethereum to rally to the upside, we'd have to compromise this area of about 3,300. Now, mind you, if you cats don't know, if you've never seen my channel, you know I like using this tool called the EMA ribbon. Whenever you have the red portion of the EMA ribbon to the top side and the yellow portion to the bottom side, that usually entails that we're bearish. And that's kind of what we're getting here with the EMA ribbon, but it does seem we're starting to flip back to normal. Another thing that happens with this EMA ribbon is the more it expands, the more volatility you see in the value of the coin. I'm sure you cats can see right here that there's a decent freaking distance from this red line over here to the yellow line. And look what happened to the freaking candles. They started pumping to the upside. Versus here, things are starting to tighten up a little bit. So that means you may not end up getting a lot of volatility. Now, if we check this sucker out on the weekly, let's see how this sucker's doing on the weekly, son. Turn this sucker off, and let's turn off some of these indicators. You could see some weakness here, some significant weakness. And ETH could end up coming down here to about an area of about freaking 24.95. Now, if it does come down there, man, dude, there's some NFTs you guys can get out there, bro, that are pretty damn valuable. And if you guys are in the crypto mindset course or in the Citadel, you guys would know what we're talking about. DCC, Kylo, I know you guys know what I'm talking about, bro. But there's some pretty nifty NFTs out there, bro, that will come down in value, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? And mind you, they're not at a bad price right now. So I'm hoping that we do dip, even though I'm going to dollar cost average weekly. I am hoping for a dip because I do want to get a hold of some of those NFTs out there, of the ones that I'm talking about. If you cats want to know, make sure you hit up my homie DCC and Charlie at Cultivate Crypto. Join the Citadel so you can get that alpha monkeys. Mind you, they're going to be launching the next crypto mindset course pretty soon. DCC, if you get a chance, man, you're probably driving us some shit. Drop it in the chat when sales for the crypto mindset course is going live, so I can tell these cats that way they can go ahead and ape into that freaking course. Now, for you cats that have never been part of the crypto mindset, I learned a lot of my shit there, man. I learned a lot of my freaking technical analysis there. I learned how to operate on DeFi there. I learned how to look for altcoins, how to look at freaking, certain cycles in Bitcoin. Shout out to Bob Lucas, who Charlie picked up the thing on 60-day cycles. And it's all dropped there, bro. And Charlie's probably one of the best TA guys out there. And DCC's probably one of the better freaking fundamental analysis cats out there. So let's see what the chat is saying, monkeys. Let's see what we got here. Kylo trends them bamboo sticks to beat ass. He's referring to freaking Asian kids getting spanked, bro. Dude, I can only imagine, homie. I can only imagine. You know what? I had a buddy of mine, bro, and he had a primo, a cousin, and his cousin's name was Otoniel or Tony. We call him Tony. You know what I'm saying? And he was playing freaking video games at my buddy's house, bro. And his grandfather kept calling him, bro. This was back in, like, I think, what, 91, bro? 1991. And Otoniel didn't want to go home because they were playing this game called Wings of Glory on Nintendo. And my homie Rolly, he was telling me, yeah, dude, my grandfather showed up to take Otoñel out of the house, bro, and he told him, vete para la casa, and he started chasing him home. Dude, he was using a freaking whip, bro. A freaking literal, literal whip, bro, to punish freaking Tony. Oh my goodness, bro. Dude, ass whoopings were epic back in the freaking 90s and the 80s, homie. We got freaking Brown 310, no channel plan. I just be joining as a guest on DRT from time to time. Hey, man, glad to have you there, bro. Glad to have you there. DCC, I tell them to sell it all. DCC, I know you're joking, bro. I know you're joking. You know what I'm saying? And we got my amigo here, Almighty Hexagon. Boogie, it was popping, dog. Make sure you cats follow this guy too, man. This guy launched this fucking dope-ass token called Mike and this other token called Kitty, man. And they're both meme coins, but Mike token, also known as Monsters Inc., airdrops you some of that incentive coin, and Kitty token drops you some of that pulse chain. Now, you're probably wondering, why is it named Kitty? Because if you actually check out the movie Monsters Inc., the character, that big furry monster with horns that's blue and fucking purple, he kind of has the same colors as pulse chain, and the little girl calls him Kitty. That's why they named the token Kitty, and it ends up airdropping you pulse chain, man. I think those two tokens are pretty damn innovative, and it would not surprise me that as we approach this bull run, or as we continue arising into the bull run, that we'll probably continue to see more memes all the way to the end of the bull run, bro. I mean, everything does seem that it is meme related, and it would not surprise me if we continue that way all the way into freaking 2025, bro, or at the top of the bull run. So make sure you guys follow Mr. Almighty Hexagon as well. Let's move on to the next token, which is ILV. Let's see how freaking ILV is doing. ILV's current value is at approximately $104.32. And you can see we're still under the EMA ribbon. And what turns me on about this shit is that the EMA ribbon is bearish. You can still see that the red portions to the top side, while the yellow portions to the bottom side, which means we'll probably retrace into this area of about $96.52 into this blue line over here. That blue line is called the 200 EMA ribbon. Or not the EMA ribbon, but the 200 EMA. And if we do break that, we'll probably come all the way down here to about 92 bucks. I think Illuvium's at a badass freaking value. Let's turn off the EMA ribbon here. And if you guys can see, let me put the sucker on the weekly so you guys can see how freaking Illuvium can do. Shout out to Agent J. We ended up drawing this Fibonacci retracement, and you can see that Illuvium has potential to run all the way up here to about, what's that, 87.41 ballpark. It's got potential to run all the way top side. Now, let me turn off all these indicators here. And you guys could see that the all-time high for ILV was at approximately 1,946, about 2,000 bucks. I think Illuvium's at a freaking great value. Let me see if I can pull up its market cap on this bad boy, CoinGecko, and show you cats where it's at right now. Illuvium. Turn this bad boy on, son. Here we go. Let me share the screen with you cats. So ILV is one of those fucking badass freaking plays, dude. And if we look at ILV on CoinGecko here, man, you can see that the market cap is about what? What's that? 666,000, 530, 554, bro. So, dude, it's under $1 million bucks. Of course, liquidity also depends how much is in the circulating supply to tell which way you're gonna go. But Illuvium's got room to freaking run, man, and it is a very well freaking put together project. From my understanding, the Illuvium game is going to be launching on the layer 2 called IMX. Now, if you cats don't know, GameFi has massive potential, bro, especially within the crypto space. Because, I mean, who doesn't want to play freaking video games and make money if you've got the time? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a freaking gamer. So I think ILV's got a lot of potential. I think last crypto bull run, the hottest token aside from ILV was, what was the name of the other one? Axie Infinities or Axie Infinity. I think they're associated with the Ronin layer 1 or Ronin wallet. I'm not too familiar with it, but I do know Axie Infinity was running pretty hard last bull run, and Illuvium was up there too, man. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, remember that shit, bro. Freaking Illuvium's at a fabulous freaking price, and every check that I get, or every extra dinero that I get from doing side hustles or whatever it is I do, man, I ape it into alluvium. I throw in about $100, $200 here and there, get me 2 or 3 tokens, dude. As long as it's under freaking $120, bro, even at $130, still at a great value, bro, because it can run all the way up to $8,000. Now, if you cats were in the Citadel or in the crypto mindset course, we actually had the Warwicks over, and they give us better moon math than that if Ethereum pumps. I'm not going to give you those numbers because you cats need to be part of that course if you want to learn about that kind of alpha. You know what I'm saying? My amigo here, Centurion 54X, got a bag ready to deploy on IV. Think we can get it under $60. Let's go back to the chart and let's see if we can, son. Let's see. Vamos a ver. Let's put the sucker on the daily. Activate our indicators here. Let's see. Vamos a ver. Could IOV go back under $60? So you would want, nah, dog. Shit. That would be kind of difficult, man. In order for us to go under $60, bro, first we'd have to break the support level of about 92.81. And then we would have to come down lower over here to about 84.47. Now, the thing about it, man, is you see this area over here, Centurion? Right here. Let me go ahead and drop this box, man, so you guys can see a little bit better what I'm talking about, man. See that box right there, bro? That is a damn good level of support, bro. That is a damn good level of support. So I think that the place where I would ape in the hardest would be probably around $80 to $77, bro. I would not risk it and wait for us to catch this portion over here of about $66, dude. So the lowest I could see alluvium going down to is possibly freaking $77, bro, if we're lucky. So there you go, man. I would just DCA now, bro. And if you do end up catching it at $77, hey, badass, man. As you can see, this wick that we got down here, man, on April 13th, bro, dude, it went down to $82. But dude, good luck trying to catch wicks. Which day are we on Illuvium's 60-day or 20-day cycle? If we count this day here, it seems that we are at about day 10, give or take. So we could end up getting another dip around day 14, which would be April 27th, or approximately here around the 21st day, which would be May 4th, bro. That would be probably the next days when we'll end up bottoming again, if anything, man. I wonder if this is the top we're going to get to. It can run a little bit higher now if we beat this area of about $106. And the area that's holding us back is this spot over here and these set of fucking candles over here. That's what's keeping us from running to the upside. EMA ribbon, as sure you guys saw, that we do have resistance to the upside. So it's got a tough battle all the way up to 113. So we're not surprised when it oscillates sideways here at about 96.71. So those are the price points that I would be looking at, man. You know what I'm saying, Centurion? That's probably the best areas to get it at if you end up getting it lucky and it ends up falling. If Charlie's analysis is correct and we do go down to about 54,000 to 52,000, bro, dude, then I could see Illuvium going down with it, bro, and you could probably get it at a badass freaking price. Now, people are forgetting that when freaking Bitcoin ends up dumping, Ethereum's going to dump with it, bro, and guess which other chain's going to dump with it? You guessed it, man. Pulse chain's going to dump with it, bro, and you cats want to freaking, well, not financial advice, but I would definitely take advantage of that shit if it ends up dumping. You know what I'm saying? So food for freaking thought, monkeys. Food for freaking thought. See 122 people here viewing the channel. Give my video a fucking like. Subscribe to my channel so I can drop you this daily alpha. The more likes I get, the more subscribers I get, the more alpha I try to drop on you cats on the regular. You know what I'm saying? Let's move on to the next token, which is Pulse Chain, and then we'll go on to Fragrance of the Day. Now, the fragrance I'm going to show you cats is pretty damn dope. The unfortunate thing is it's discontinued, and you're going to have to pay top dollar for that bitch, man. All right, Pulse Chain. Current value is at 407,472. And it seems that we're at approximately, what, day 11 of its 20-day cycle. We could end up getting a full maximum dip here for this cycle around April 26th all the way to about maybe, what day is that? May 3rd. So 2 days before Cinco de Mayo. Maybe it'll push all the way up to about May 5th, but those are probably the best time frames. April 26th to about May 3rd or May 5th. So keep those freaking dates on your head, man, because those may be the dates we end up dipping the most. Now, people are like, well, Boogie, would you wait for a dip? If it was me, hell no, I wouldn't wait for a dip, bro. I would probably DCA now because it's at a freaking great value. If I turn off this freaking indicator, this thing that shows all the indicators, look where we're at, bro, overall. Let me turn off these freaking moving averages. Mind you, you can see that the moving averages are all above the value of pulse chain right now. We've got the 50, the 100, and the 200. Closest one to us is the 200, and that value is at about 4 zeros and a 9 0. Let's turn these suckers off, man, so you guys can see it a little bit clearer. Look where we're at, bro. Look at that shit. And let's put the sucker on the weekly so it becomes a little bit more evident, dude. So what do you cats see right there, man? I will show you in a couple seconds another chart which will indicate on the weekly, bro, where we're at right now. And it does seem that we are pretty much bottoming out. If we do come down here to about 4 zeros and a 7,000 or a 7,004, bro, I would probably DCA in hard. I would not wait till I go lower than that. Can it go lower to 6,376? Possible, but I would not freaking risk it and miss these buying opportunities of anything. Now, let me go to gopulse.com so I can show you cats what I'm talking about on the weekly. GoPulse.com is a badass freaking website, dude. Shout out to Twinkie, man. Shout out to the angry Twinksters. All right, got the sucker prepped up. Let me show it to you cats, man. Let me show you where everything's going at, bro. And let's put this bad boy on the weekly. Got it here. Turn this sucker off, the Bollinger Band, and let me share this with you cats because you guys definitely want to see this shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is GoPulse.com, man. This is the way it looks like right now. Put it on logarithmic. Pull this sucker up. Let's grab this trend line over here and let's move it to the bottom side over here and adjust it as need be. You guys can see, what do you guys see right there? We're going to start bouncing. All right, let me make it a little bit more evident for you guys so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. I want you guys to really see this shit, bro, and the buying opportunity that you guys get. Now, could it end up going lower? Absolutely, bro. This is not financial advice by any means possible. And look at this shit. What does that tell you, man? We are dipping into an ascending triangle, bro, and we're only going to retest this area, and this is on the weekly. And if you look at the bottom portion of this ascending triangle, bro, right over here, dude, it all makes sense. And you can see that we are going in the same fashion in an upwards trend. You know what I'm saying? So, and let me make this a little bit, and this is why I don't like to prep freaking charts for you guys on the fly, man, because I don't want to bore you cats with that shit. Let me make the sucker red so you guys can see it a little bit better. You can see that we're bouncing on it, man. And we're approaching the bottom portion of this fucking trend line, which does state that we're going to continue going to the upside. So food for thought, monkeys. It is at a great buying value, especially if you didn't get any. Now, if you look at the PulseX chart, which we're not going to cover today, it's pretty similar to that of Pulse Chain. And actually, it's a better buying opportunity than Pulse Chain is. A lot of people are sleeping on PulseX, and everybody's focusing on Pulse Chain. And that's absolutely fine, bro. Pulse Chain's a little bit safer than PulseX, but I think freaking PulseX is going to end up pumping harder than that of Pulse Chain. So look at that as well, man. If you cats got decent amount of Pulse Chain, also look at allocating a small amount or a decent amount, not financial advice, over to PulseX, because that one's going to be a little bit more volatile to the upside. But then again, the risk you do take with that is that it's going to be volatile to the downside as well. So food for thought, monkeys. Now that we covered Pulse Chain, let us move on to the fragrance of the freaking day. Now, this is one of my favorite freaking fragrances, hands down, from my favorite house, and that is Terry Mugler. Unfortunately, bro, these cats always end up freaking launching badass fragrances, and then they end up freaking dumping it and discontinuing them. And this fragrance is Mugler Amen freaking Ultra Zest. Now, what does this sucker smell like, man? It's great for freaking summertime environments, bro. Think of a creamsicle, them old school freaking orange creamsicles. This is what you get off of it. And it's great for the beach. It's great for the daytime. Dude, you can even pull it off at nighttime, bro. And I've gotten about 3 compliments today, bro. just wearing this fragrance alone. It's very fucking amazing, bro, and I love it. It's one of my favorite fragrances out there as far as the freshies go. But the unfortunate thing is that Terry Mugler always ends up discontinuing their shit. Now, I'm probably going to turn you guys off with the shit I'm going to show you, bro. But nevertheless, bro, once you guys start making some freaking bank, you guys can end up freaking buying these up. And you could see that used, bro, these run for about 220 bucks on eBay, 285 bucks. And it's only got enough fragrance up to the upper portion of the star, bro. This one's another one, 375. And this sucker's 405 open box, never used. And then brand freaking new, dude, you're talking about 399 to 449. Yeah, I know, man. And you even get some over here, bro. They're 750, son. Dude, make sure you cats put that dinero into the crypto bull run instead of freaking Terry Mugler's freaking Ultra Zest, bro. Wait till your freaking bags pump before you end up getting some of this shit, dude. This is one of my favorite fragrances out there, bro. The only complaint I got about this sucker is the atomizer, man. And it is a bitch to freaking spray. Some people cut out this portion here at the top so they can end up reaching the atomizer a little bit better and getting a couple more sprays on them, bro. But like 1 or 2 sprays, bro, and you get compliments off this sucker. Highly, highly recommend this bad boy. But if you guys are running on a budget, don't get this shit. Put that money into Illuvium or Pulse Chain or something else, not financial advice. Now, I wish I could do freaking reviews via live stream on these tools back here, but unfortunately YouTube doesn't like that, so I have to revert to my second hobby, which is freaking fragrances, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you guys want to see the notes on Terry Mugler's freaking Ultra Zest, you can go over here to Fragrantica, and you can see the elements that it does have, bro. Citrus, warm and spicy, vanilla, patchouli, sweet, fresh and spicy. I'm not picking up the coffee. I am picking up the fruity part of it. I'm not picking up the woods or the greens, man. I could see a little bit of vanilla in there, bro, but this shit is dope, dude. I highly recommend this shit, man. Highly, highly recommend it if you can afford it. I'd rather you cats put that dinero into Pulse Chain, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's move on to the freaking some of the meme coins of the day that actually do have utility. And that's going to be freaking 9 pulgadas, or also known as 9-inch, son. And let's look at 9-inch to see how 9-inch is doing. This is a token that I haven't reviewed in a while. I did see BitBoy Crypto talking to fucking Hexy Bastard yesterday. And I've heard DCC talk good things about freaking doggone 9-inch. And you can see, man, from the bottom of 9-inch, bro, we've only rallied to the top side. 9-inch got here to about 5 zeros and a 5731. And since then, if we take this measuring tool, go from the bottom to the top side, you're talking about 223%, son. That's how much the sucker's gone up, bro. So I think this token's going to do very, very well. 9-inch is supposed to represent, or it's a direct competitor to that of PulseX. And I think Big Bonus Coin is a direct competitor or the competing token on the Pulse Chain exchange, on the Pulse Chain ecosystem versus Incentive token. I think it's going to do very, very well. Where we're at right now and areas we do need to compromise on freaking doggone 9-inch. You can see that we've already beaten out this area here, this conglomerate of candles over here. So let me draw up this box. You guys can see what I'm talking about on the daily. See that box right there? We've already beaten that. So that means we're probably going to use this box as an area of support. So I'm going to grab this trend line, push it down this way, and you could argue that this trend line is now an area of support. Now, if you look at the historical aspects of 9-inch, there's not a lot of resistance to the upside. Maybe here at the first stop of about, 4 zeros and a 2541. And then we could possibly stall out over here at about 4 zeros and a 2960. Now, people like, Boogie, should I buy some freaking 9-inch right now? I would wait for a dip, if anything, man. But if you are getting FOMO, one of the best things to do, let's say you've got $1,000 to throw into this token. Let's say I had $1,000 to throw into this token. This is not financial advice. And I wanted to buy some of this to get rid of my FOMO. I would possibly throw in $200. Hope that ends up getting a freaking dip. Now, one thing that I tried charting out on this bad boy was the 20-day cycles, and I'm not seeing consistency, bro, on 9-inch. 9-inch is doing its own thing. It's not really following the whole freaking 20-day cycle. Now, if we look at the Bollinger Bands, you could see that we're approaching the second standard deviation on the Bollinger Bands. Of course, you can't see the third and the fourth, but we may end up hitting this portion here of about 4 zeros and a 1933 before we even come back down here to 4 zeros and a 1524, monkeys. So there you go. Now, how much 9-inch? That sounds so freaking, that sounds so memeable, bro. Let's say you were to drop $100 on 9-inch, bro. You would get about, what's that? 5,865,102 tokens on 9-inch. So food for thought, monkeys. Now, the sister token to 9-inch is none other than Big Bonus Coin. Let's see how Big Bonus Coin is doing. Or also known as BBC. You know what I'm saying? Now, one thing I did notice about Big Bonus Coin is that it is following its 20-day cycles. And you can see that we reached a low here of about day 17. We're bouncing back up at about day 14. And let's see where we're at right now, man. Boom. So this was day 14. And then I think the last day we ended up dipping hard was about... The low is 1725, 1282. So we possibly could have finished our 20-day cycle here. Possibly. It could end up continuing to run around this day, and that would be day 19. And maybe we're starting a new 20-day cycle on this bad boy. Now, areas to compromise on this token. You can see that the next area of real freaking resistance that we do have is over here at about, what, 48 cents. Current value is about 22 cents. If we activate our Bollinger Bands, bro, we are getting overheated, bro. And you can see that we'll probably end up stopping somewhere around here of about 25 cents before we could end up retracing back down here to about 15 cents. If we were to throw in $100 into freaking Big Bonus Coin, what will we get? About 453 bonus coins. If we're throwing $1,000, that would be about 4,535 big bonus coins. And the best place to get it is on their website. Let me show you their website. If you cats are interested. Dude, this fucking token's so fucking marketable, bro. I think it's extremely freaking marketable, if anything, man. You know what I'm saying? Vamos a ver. Let me deploy this for you cats. Enter the deck, son. En serio, no me vas a dejar entrar. Órale con madre, badass. All right. And this is what the DEX looks like. And this is where you can get majority of your big bonus coin or your 9-inch coin. You know what I'm saying? And it's up over here. Of course, the 9-inch coin is supposed to be an eggplant. As far as liquidity pools go, well, not liquidity pools, but staking, you can see that we got 9-inch single-sided staking, bro. It pays up to 9.6%. The highest one that pays right here from the list of all of these is one called PLD, and I'm assuming that's Pulse Doge, the original one. And then the second highest paying one is one called PP or Poor Pleb. I mean, it's all freaking exchange about freaking penis jokes, dude. You know what I'm saying? And then you could see over here, bro, these are the liquidity pools you can partake in. The highest paying one that I am seeing here is about $117, 117%, and that is 9-inch on Ethereum, and then 9-inch on freaking on Pulse Chain. Now, mind you, you would probably have to bridge in your Ethereum 9-inch to go ahead and partake in freaking this liquidity pool. Let's see if we got a Pulse X 9-inch. I don't think we do. Do we have a Pulse X 9-inch? I'm not seeing one. Okay, there you go. Pulse X and 9-inch, bro. This is one that I would like to capitalize on, man. 129%. So this one's pretty damn dope. I would like to do this one. Now, mind you, cats, please use a condom wallet if you do partake in any of these. And then let's see which other ones we got. And then this one would be pretty dope too, man, because you got the incentive coin along with big bonus coin. So they're direct competitors, and it pays out 121%, and it pays you out in big bonus coin, dude. So there's some good freaking liquidity pools here, bro. And you can see that the liquidity pools are coming back from what they used to be, bro. Now, mind you, One of the things that I learned about liquidity pools last cycle, if anything, was that if you're gonna partake in a liquidity pool, bro, you better have time. You better have time, dude. Now, if you're in a safer liquidity pool, something like freaking PulseX and Pulse Chain on app.pulsex.com, cool. That one you don't have to pay attention too much to, bro. But other liquidity pools where it's a little bit more volatile, bro, if you don't have time to come back to your computer, bro, harvest your freaking coins, look at the charts and stuff like that, dude, I would stay away from them. Keep it safe, play it safe, or else you could end up getting liquidated. And mind you, I would rather hold a lot of the RH tokens than a lot of the meme tokens. Not to say that 9-inch and Big Bonus Coin aren't good tokens, bro. But remember, this is the Richard Hart ecosystem, bro. And those tokens probably have less risk than the other ones do. So food for freaking thought, monkeys. Food for freaking thought. Let's go ahead and hit up the chat. Let's see what the chat is saying. We got my amigo Black Label Expat. Hey, man, I saw that you came in as soon as I was doing my fragrance review. Shout out to you, amigo. Centurion 54X, that buy and burn's going to surprise the hell out of people by this fall when 10% is burned. Yeah, man. Exactly. Exactly, bro. Freaking Brown 310. We need more broke boy fragrances, Boogie. I need all that money to DC. I tell you what, man. Let me get you an alternative for this one, bro. Let me get you an alternative for this one, bro. And it smells very similar and it's a lot more affordable. Bear with me, cats. I will be right back. Give me 1 segundo. Let me go ahead and play my outro while I get you that shit. You know what I'm saying? All right. This is a pretty damn good fragrance too, Brown 310. This is pretty good too, and it's a little bit more affordable. It runs for about $50, bro, and it smells very similar to this one. But I'm not going to say that it smells just as good. And this is Paco Rabanne's Ultra Red Matte. And it's got a real weird atomizer. It works like that of a stapler, bro. You know what I'm saying? Smells very similar to this one, but I can still say that this one's a lot nicer, bro, and this one's a lot fresher. You know what I'm saying? So food for thought. Again, this one's called Paco Rabanne Ultra Red, man. This one's pretty damn good too, man. Runs for about $50 or $60, bro. And it's a little bit more affordable, especially if you don't want to ape into freaking super expensive fragrances like this one. And I get it. And I get it, man. I'm saying. So let's move on to the last token of the day. And that is a token that a lot of freaking hexagons prefer over a majority of the freaking RH tokens. And that is none other than incentive token, son. Incentive token, current values are about $3.75. And you can see that it's kind of somewhat respecting that of the 20-day cycles. Maybe you have an anomaly here and there, bro. And you can see that the largest portion of 20-day cycles that it did have was one here at about 25. Current one we just finished up was day 23, and that was here on April 12th. And currently we are at about day 11. Around April 26th, which is day 14, to about May 3rd will be when we end up freaking possibly dipping around this time frame. You know what I'm saying? If you guys want to get more of this token, those would probably be the best days to get it, if anything. And incentive token, from my understanding, has the supply out there that they do end up submitting, bro. It's pretty damn slow. I remember, I think it was, who was the name of that one cat, bro? Axis Alive. He released a chart as to how inflationary this token is compared to that of Bitcoin annually, bro. And it was an eye opener, bro. Hence why a lot of people are bullish on it. Now, as far as the moving averages go, the first area of resistance that we do have is here at about $4.33. But immediately off the bat, we do have resistance at $4.15. Could we end up retracing back down here? I would say it's possible to about 268, but we do have this badass area of support here at about 352, man. So about 25 cents less than where we're at right now. That's possibly where we could end up bottoming at before we end up rallying to the upside. But then again, if Charlie's theory is correct, and I mean, dude, the guy knows his shit. Charlie does know his shit, man. I would say that This is a pretty decent possibility, bro. We could end up dipping. If we end up dipping, bro, who knows? Maybe you could end up catching it down here, bro, to about 291 if we're lucky. I remember I had purchased some about, dude, I bought some at 30 cents, homie, believe it or not, or 30 some cents. So yeah, it says here 39, bro, or about 42 cents, somewhere on there. But that's the value that I had caught it at its lowest, man. Then ended up doing a freaking Giga Chat pump, if anything, bro. So that covers incentive token. Let's see how it looks like on the weekly, son. Let's turn off all these indicators. Now, on the weekly, you can see that we do have the support area of about $3.36. And if we break that, we'll immediately fall down here to about $2.27. If we activate our Bollinger Bands, we're about to hit that 20-day moving average right there at about $3.36. So there you go, monkeys. That's the way it looks like on the weekly. Not a lot of data because, I mean, this token is under a year old. And that's pretty much what it entails, if anything. You know what I'm saying? So I see 152 people here in the freaking channel. Make sure you guys like the video. Please subscribe to the channel so I can continue dropping content. I will possibly be back tomorrow, or I will be back on Thursday with my amigo, Mr. Angry Twinkie, on our tacos and kimchi episode, man. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like, man. Freaking follow me on Twitter at USCrypto_Boogie. Follow me on Instagram, USCrypto_Boogie. And I will catch you monkeys on the flip side.